What up, what up, what up? It's the Crow and Oso Show. I'm Crow.
Oso.
Yeah, so we're going to get right back into it. It's been I don't know. How would you describe the week?
Up and down. It's a roller coaster of emotions, to say the least. But
Yeah.
luckily, I was kept pretty busy this weekend. I had a really nice wedding to go to.
Yeah.
And I was busy Sunday, so I got to avoid the bullshit.
What bullshit?
Not completely, though, but, don't rush into it. We'll get into it. Let me... But I'm still wearing the hat this week, so I guess you could say I'm upset, but not that upset. You know what I mean? We'll see.
All right, well, we're going to start it off by doing a recap of last week, week 4's games. We're going to start with the Thursday night game, right? It was the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Dallas won 20 to the New York Giants 15.
I don't know, man.
Say what you feel, man. We got to.
No. I don't even want to say anything bad about Dallas. That's not why I had their reaction. It's just It just feels like bad football's being played like throughout the league. It's like it just doesn't make sense. I don't know what's going on this year. Daniel Jones played a decent game, I would say.
I would say he played a pretty good game.
Yeah. Again, Neighbors is a beast. I mean, I think Malik Neighbors is going to be one of the top 2 or 3 wide receivers in the next few years.
Ooh, that's a lot, man. That's a big call.
But for him to start like this with a quarterback like Daniel Jones,
I agree. Top 2, 3.
Top 2, 3.
So he's skipping Jefferson.
No. It'll be like Jefferson.
Top 5.
Let's just say top 5.
Okay.
But yeah. It'll be like, I feel like in the next 3 years, you'll probably still have Jefferson in his prime. You'll have Chase in his prime. And then Marvin maybe by then?
Yeah,
maybe?
Marvin for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just feel like I'm impressed by, the way he's playing, despite the offensive struggles that have been known to be on the New York Giants. Cowboys, 20 points against the Giants. I mean, I guess he still got the job done, but I don't think they look great. Dak has been playing efficient this year, so I'll give him that. And I still feel like 80 rush yards on the ground is unacceptable. I do think Cowboys have problems with like their line, so hopefully that improves for them. And in my case, hopefully not. But yeah, they are who they are. CD had a great game. It's great for like my fantasy, but I don't got much to say. I hate both of these teams.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I feel like this was basically the toilet bowl game of the week. I feel like the Cowboys, we got the job done, like you said, but I'm not impressed. We should not be battling it out with the trash, wet paper bag Giants.
I thought you said they were trash now.
They were, right? But, we shouldn't be. They look dry because of us. We should kill them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like we should be, like, if I get into a fight and I'm a senior in high school with a middle school kid and he goes toe-to-toe with me, they're going to be like, yo, what's up with you, bro? What you doing? So, to me, I feel like we should have just trashed them, right? Dak was very efficient, 22 but 27, 222 yards, 221 yards. But here's the thing. It's not impressive. One, because it's the Giants' defense. I've never heard of the Giants' defense being good these past couple of years.
No.
So why didn't you just kill them, right? Mm-hmm. So on top of that, it's a lot of dinks and dunks you don't see on the paper. You can't really see on paper. Dinks and dunks look super impressive. We don't go downfield like that. So it's different when a guy is like 30 for 42 when he's getting crazy yardage downfield and a guy that's hitting the running back here and there, and it makes it look like he's having a phenomenal game. CD, worth every penny. Worth every penny. I said before, I can argue him not being top 5, but he shows up every week. It doesn't matter who he plays. So I can argue he is. You can argue both sides to me. Like, CD is a monster. Route running, he consistent, bro. Like, ridiculously consistent. A 55-yarder. That's another thing. You take that 55 from 221. You know what I mean? It's a very unimpressive game. We made Daniel Jones look like a quarterback this week. Defense is trash. He had 281. Not phenomenal, but it is what it is. 29 for 40. I'm just not. I don't know. I think our defense is very lackluster, and our running game is non-existent. We brought back Zeke, and he had more than his jersey number this week, baby, by 4 yards. He had 19 yards, guys. It's not impressive. I don't know why we brought him back. I don't know why we released Royce Freeman. I don't know why we didn't go after Josh Jacobs. I don't know why we didn't go after DK. I don't know why we didn't go after Derrick Henry. And we'll talk about him later in this episode. But let's just get past this because I'm already sick of the Cowboys right now from what they're doing. I'm not impressed. I will say that. Good win, but not impressed.
How you feel about the injuries?
We didn't even speak about the injuries. I feel like the injuries were extremely telling of this season. I have black on for the funeral of this season. I think that us losing Micah being doubtful, Lawrence being doubtful, Bland still out. Diggs had to go to the locker room at one point. He came back, thank God. Cooks is out for this week because of surgery for his knee. I'm like, dog, what do we? Let's just scrap it, bro. And I'm scared because I would love to scrap it and then tank for like a good player, but we won't get him.
He wants Arch Manning so bad.
So bad, bro.
That's next year though.
So yeah, so I don't. But see, here's the thing: we got Dak for 4 more years.
Yeah.
I say, you know what? As bad as he's playing, bro, I'd trade for Trevor Lawrence right now. Now.
I don't agree. He said that last week, but I don't agree.
Right now. That's how I don't feel like. I feel like Dak is like a cushioned quarterback, and everybody keeps giving him. I don't understand why people keep giving him praise as a top quarterback. I don't, and I have yet to see. Like you can say efficiency. I mean, okay, I understand that when you're thrown to the running back in curl routes. Like that's not hard to me, especially with a solid line. Like. By the way, our first pick last year is not playing well. I said we should have got somebody else, but decided not to get him. But whatever. It is what it is. Let's get the 11th best lineman in the pick or our first pick, whatever. But I don't know, bro. I just don't see him being our franchise guy, but we keep paying him top tier dollars.
No.
Because I don't want to hear about, well, we don't have help. Well, pay the help. Quit paying this dude to be Aaron Rodgers or to be Peyton Manning or to be Drew Brees or to be Tom Brady. He can't. So why are you paying him this? Every week we're going to have this conversation. Because he keeps proving my point. We should not beat the Giants by 5 points. Their rushing was trash, bro. Their rushing was absolutely horrible. Their top rusher had 24 yards and we beat him by 5 points. He couldn't even get 3 first downs with what his rushing total is. Singletary. And then neighbors got hurt too. I'm done. I'll say that to say I'm good on the Cowboys. 7-10 is where I was at. I'm just gonna stick with that. I may be giving them too much credit, but we'll see. Next game we got Atlanta versus New Orleans, with Atlanta winning 26 to New Orleans 24.
Yeah, the Saints are coming back down to earth. The Falcons are making us look good now. We did pick them to win the NFC South. It was a great game. Both teams are now 2-2, so that division is going to be up for grabs. Outside of Tampa, of course, but it was a good game. Always a battle between the Saints and the Falcons, and yeah.
Divisional game, so I feel like it was going to be what it was. But to be honest, New Orleans is looking like pretenders, baby. You hear me? They don't seem like the top tier 90-point game. I just felt like they played 2 trash defenses. They finally played a real one in Philly. I give them props for that. Saw what happened. They finally played, Atlanta. 24 points isn't shabby, but I just don't think that they're the ones. Maybe they need to get some stuff figured out, but it is what it is. Los Angeles at Chicago. Chicago winning 24 to Los Angeles Rams 18.
Caleb continues to get carried. He's doing nothing on the stat sheet right now. The Rams, if they would have been healthy, they would have blown the Bears out. I mean, you're playing without Puka, you're playing without Cooper, playing without No Boom, and I forgot the other good lineman. Anyway, point is they're down 2 of their best linemen, 2 of their best wide receivers, and you only beat them by 6. I think Chicago's poo-poo.
Yeah. I don't understand. Why is McCorm not running? Why is he not playing?
Blake Corum, I don't know. I'm not sure why he's not part of the rotation. Maybe he's just not, I guess, up to speed yet. I mean, they do say that there's a huge difference in speed when it comes to college football and the NFL. If they're not playing him, I can only possibly point it to that. He's just not up to speed right now. So,
but I mean, you don't even give him a shot, like. That I just don't get it. I don't know what's happening, but I would look for him.
I do think Kyron Williams is playing great though.
I do too, so, but I mean, like, if you have a two-headed monster, why not do that?
Yeah.
You're already down to your receivers. Yeah. Why not add him to?
Yeah, I agree.
Not my team. Screw y'all.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Green Bay. Minnesota wins 31 to Green Bay's 29.
Yeah, the Packers made it close, but it was 28-0 at one point.
Yeah.
There's been bad quarterback play throughout the league.
Yes.
I'm not like, and we'll get to Hurts because I mean, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, say that. Man.
I'm somebody that I come on here and I give credit when credit is due.
Facts.
All right, I give props when props is due, and his play is definitely starting to really concern me.
Who?
Hurts.
Well, yeah,
but I bring that up. I bring that up because I mean. Pat Mahomes has 5 picks already.
Yeah, he's been playing.
Jordan Love has played in 2 games, has 4 picks already.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just like a universal thing in the league right now. We're just, I mean, like no one's playing great right now. Like no one's playing great. But yeah, the Packers, that defense is supposed to be good and to be down 28-0 in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they did come back. They made it a very, very interesting game in the end. And the Vikings just made another play or 2 more to make sure that they locked that game up.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a great game in the second half, but it could have been a lot worse for the Packers.
I just didn't appreciate the fact that they brought Love back too early. I
think that's crazy.
I'm like, yo, your boy is winning. You got a healthy Malik here, and I'm like,
he played really good last week.
He played well. Like I know you want Love back, but why would you risk your season on bringing him back hurt when he could possibly injure himself for the rest of this? Like, to take him out of the season again.
Especially a calf injury.
Come on, bro. Like, I don't understand that whatsoever. So I will say the Vikings are looking like a surprise truth. Like, I did not expect that. But the fact that they got down so early, maybe with Jordan Love throwing 3 picks, had something to do with it. Josh Jacobs only had 9 attempts. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you could beat down that Minnesota defense possibly, but I don't know. Sam Darnold's looking good, and I thought that he was always solid. Like, I didn't think he was the guy. He was a number 2 overall, I think, but I didn't think he was that guy being from USC. But I thought he was solid. I would have definitely loved him in Dallas as a backup. So as soon as that lit some type of fire under Dak or any other quarterback is going to be pressure. Like, if you don't, we got somebody behind you that can come and play. And I don't care what you say about the Panthers, because nobody's doing good on the Panthers. You can say what you want to say about the Jets. Aaron Rodgers didn't even really doing great on the Jets. Yeah. So I think he's doing a really good job for what they've got over there in Minnesota. But the next game, hush, lady, we're trying to play. Next game. We got Pittsburgh at Indy. Indy wins 27 to Pittsburgh's 24.
I actually think Justin Fields had a great game offensively this game. Pittsburgh's defense not got torn up, but didn't play up to their standards.
Agreed.
Yeah, Colts won. I mean, Colts are a tough team to beat at home, like I said last week. But yeah, not much to say about that game either.
I don't have really much to us to say except for my pick of the bust. He was not great.
He got hurt.
He had 4 attempts.
But look at Flacco come in.
Listen, Flacco came in
true veteran status right there.
Did what he needed to do. I feel like Indy could be so much better, bro. I get what they were trying to do. They're trying to get their
payoff.
They
have talent. They have a lot of talent.
I just feel like Richardson is holding them back, bro. You got a great running back in Jonathan Taylor. You got good receivers in Mitchell and Pittman. The defense is solid. It's just like you're trying to justify your terrible pick. I don't know why you even made him the 4th overall pick. If you watched him in Florida, you would be like, why is this guy... When he got picked at 4th, I was like, what are you doing? I don't understand it. If you watch the tape, not his, he's 4, he runs a 4.4 and he's huge. Forget that. I'm not caring about that. I want to see how you operate during game situations. So, like you said, Justin Fields didn't look bad. He did decently. I personally think the Steelers need to get another running back and another receiver because Najee is looking like a bust to me. I liked him at Bama, but right now he's not looking like the guy. And I don't know if that's the line. I don't know if that's him, but I don't know. Next game, we had Denver at New York. We had Denver winning 10 to the Jets 9.
What's the difference between Zach Wilson and Aaron Rodgers right now?
What's that?
What's the difference?
Zach, you talking about like in terms of play?
In terms of being a quarterback for the Jets, what's the difference?
I would say leadership. I would say that, yeah, that's basically it. Personally, I think it's not. Maybe and I'll be biased because I like Aaron Rodgers.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
I think that it's a bad. I think it was horrible coaching. Personally,
Yeah,
it's raining and you
don't-
have him throwing what? I think he threw like 42 times.
I don't like Salah at all.
Like,
I said that last week. I don't
Defensively, defensive
Yeah.
coordinator, bro, you were on it. But like offensively, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? It makes no sense. You got Brees Hall and you got Allen from Wisconsin who can pound the ball, and you had Aaron Rodgers throw with rain, by the way, 42 times.
That's a lot.
Allen ran 8 times, and then Brees ran 10 times.
Yeah, so only 18 rushes.
18 rushes.
No,
Aaron Rodgers
no,
ran
yeah.
5 times, so that's probably 5 added to the attempts. He just didn't throw. So 47 passes opposed to 18. What are you doing, dog? Like,
Compared to Denver, they only threw the ball 25 times and ran it 31.
And you couldn't probably even tell me who their running backs are. So I'm like, I think that that was a bad call because the receivers that they have, I like Mike Williams, and Lazard is looking like, what is he there for? He looks to me not really great.
It's more concerning that the connection between Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers hasn't really came to fruition yet.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, but they got to figure it out quick because the Bills are in control of that division so far.
Yeah, I didn't think the Bills were going to be that good, to be honest.
Even though they lost this week, but I feel like they're still the best team in that division right now.
Yeah, so I didn't think they were going to be that great, but they have been proving that wrong.
Something too, the Jets offensive coordinator is Nathaniel Hackett. I guess he's somebody that Aaron Rodgers has a relationship with, but he was the same guy that was with the Broncos when Russell Wilson was absolutely doing horrible. So it doesn't seem like Nathaniel Hackett's offense is all that great either. So they got to figure it out.
All right, we're going to go quickly. We got Cincinnati versus Carolina. We'll come back. Cincinnati wins.
No, we don't got to come back. Let's just do it. We already did Dallas.
It was Thursday night. That's the only reason I did it.
Let's
All
just-
right,
let's
okay,
just-
let's
let's
just
do
do
it.
it then. Let's just get it
I
out
don't
the
have
way.
much to say.
Philadelphia versus Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay wins 33 to Philly's 16.
Yeah, we got baked again, unfortunately, by Tampa Baker. As I was saying earlier, I admit when I'm wrong. But I'm not ready to give up just yet, but I'm starting to lean towards a certain way. But there was a point in the game where we're down 30-16, but we have a chance to come back. We're driving downfield, and Hurts has the ball in his hands for like 10-15 seconds, right? It's going to show that he got sacked a lot, but a lot of those sacks were like within 10-15 seconds. Like, he had the ball for a long time. I don't know why he's not able to escape the pocket like he used to, or just make like the right play and throw the ball away. Like, I'm not sure what it is that he's waiting to open, especially in a game like this where like we're playing without AJ Brown, we're playing without freaking Devontae Smith. Most likely, the wide receivers that are there are not gonna get open. You know what I mean? So you got to make a decision, and you have to make it fast. But we're down 30-16 on the Bucks 18, I believe. So with the opportunity to cut the game down to a one touchdown game, to one possession, and this is after we were down 24-0. I thought we did a good job of
Working
at least
back.
trying to work back.
Yeah.
And if we score a touchdown there, we're down 30-23. It's still going to be like the third quarter. It could be anybody's game at that point. And he decides to hold the ball, not have any kind of pocket awareness whatsoever, not look to his right. Like, if you're standing in the pocket for 15 seconds, bro, somebody's about to get you, bro. Like look around. And he's just standing there like, oh, now I'm going to throw it. And then, by that time, he gets hit. He has a fumble, and that's when the game got lost out of our control there. His turnovers are very, very alarming. He had another fumble in the possession after that was recovered by us, but still that could have been another turnover. I'm not sure where his focus is at. I'm not sure where this team is at. I just feel like Jalen Hurts is better than this. With Carson Wentz, it was because he had like a really bad knee injury, and I think that changed the course of his career. But Jalen Hurts hasn't had an injury like that. Either teams have just pretty much figured out how to play him ever since that year, and he hasn't evolved as like a quarterback, or he's just not what I thought he had the potential to be. And like I said, I can admit when I'm wrong, and if that's what it is, and then that's what it is. I'm not willing to give up just quite yet. I mean, I do think it's hard.
Give up on the team or him?
On him. I'm not willing to give up just quite yet, but I am starting to feel like feelings of like doubt, if I'm being honest. But it's not what I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, there's been really bad play by a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of big name quarterbacks.
True.
And then playing without Lane Johnson,
True,
your best protector.
I was about to get into that.
Playing without A.J. Brown, without Devontae Smith,
Yeah.
that's no easy task.
Yeah.
I don't think the Eagles should have won this game, but they shouldn't have gotten blown out either.
Right.
Okay, based on how just like the whole game started. My other thing that I have to come clean about is I had more faith in Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator, and that's why I have to defer to my friend here.
Oh,
Saquon Barkley had 84 rush yards. That's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
That all happened in the second half when we made that comeback. Oh, let's give the ball to Saquon. 64-yard rush downfield. Hello? On our first 2 possessions, we threw the ball 7 out of 9 plays. On our first 2 possessions, we were already down by 2 touchdowns. 7 out of 9 plays, and you have Saquon Barkley in the back with that line. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that's where I think the whole, like, what your beef with Kellen Moore was. It's like, and it's happened every game. I feel like we're hitting Saquon Barkley in the second half. Like, why not start out with Saquon? I really don't understand what's going on. I feel like the bright spot for the Eagles this year has, without a doubt, been him. And I feel like without Saquon, we look like we're going to be freaking 0-4 right now. You know what I mean? Feed the ball to Saquon. I mean, I feel like what made us great in that run was that we knew how to run the ball and keep teams off the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially if your top 2 wideouts are hurt, why are you throwing the ball 7 out of 9 times if you can start the game? Like, give it to Saquon. You know what I mean? The Eagles defense, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they couldn't stay off the field. So, I mean, I can't really put too much on them. In fact, I think we did a better job beyond the second quarter. Once they scored 24 points, they only scored like another 9. So the Eagles did, like, in my opinion, did a good job of attempting to calm down, but then our offense couldn't get us back into the game. Slay, stop going on freaking Micah's podcast. Like that art of freaking rivalry has like just been thrown out the window. Like, don't do that, bro. Like, it's just stupid. Like, get out of here. Yeah, I think, it is what it is. At least we're 2-2. We're getting a bye week. I know it's an early bye week, but I feel like it's a very good timed bye week for us to get healthy, to come back. And last but not least, I predict Sirianni will be fired by week 8.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm going to give props. Then I'm going to give the situation a good run over. Then I'm going to go into it. First and foremost, I'm going to give Baker Mayfield props. I used to always give Baker Mayfield some trash, but he was playmaker Baker. Like, he was out there balling. He was spreading the ball to different people. He wasn't just going to one guy. He had 347 on the day. 2 touchdowns, ran the ball when he needed to. Like, he had the 3rd touchdown. That was a great play when he pulled the ball back from White at the goal line. I think the Buccaneers are playing like a top-tier team. They may win, to be honest. Atlanta looks solid, but the Bucs look the best in that division to me.
So far, yeah.
So I give Tampa Bay all credit. I think Mike Evans is one of the most underrated receivers in the past 5-10 years. He's gotten 1,000 with whoever he plays with. Now, before I get on the Eagles, I'm going to give I understand why it's difficult. Like you said, Lane being hurt is huge, right? AJ Brown not being there is another big thing. And then you, on top of that, you lose Devontae Smith. Like, it's going to be hard to climb out of that hole. With that being said, if you know that two out of the three best offensive weapons you have are hurt, who do you go with? If I know AJ Brown is hurt and I know that Smith is hurt, I'm not going to go to Dotson, right? I do love that he went to Goddard, but go to Saquon Barkley. This is what I've been arguing with Keelan Moore his whole extent with the Cowboys. He just got to be offensive coordinator out of the blue. Out of the blue, because they love Boise State. He was a quarterback at Boise State and a quarterback with the Cowboys, so he loves to throw. He doesn't understand situational ball. If your best players are hurt, I think personally Barkley's the best player on the field. Even with A.J. Brown and Smith, because he doesn't need someone to throw the ball. He just needs someone to hand it to him.
It's been like that so far, yeah.
So I think that Barkley's the best player. You have to control the time of possession. What are we doing? Right? If I was an Eagle fan, I'm like, what are we doing, Moore? Why are you still throwing the ball? And then you're throwing, no shade, with Jalen Hurts. He can't make make nobody a somebody. That's not been him. His entire career in college and in the NFL, he's never made somebody. He's not a Peyton who's gonna make somebody. Oh yeah, let me make this guy here, and oh let me make this guy somebody that you recognize. He's not that guy. So I don't understand why you don't run the ball, and then when you do, he goes off. He averaged 8.4 yards a rush.
Yeah.
Even though he had a 59-yard, so you take that out, right? So what is that? You take that out, and it's still like you still ran 9 for 30. Bro, he's still balling. He always has that home run threat, always. And you take that away from him, he could probably be leading the league in rushing, to be honest, if you allowed him to get the opportunities that other running backs have.
I think he is.
You know,
he is leading the league in rushing.
You sure?
Yeah, up until this week.
That's what I'm saying.
Like right now, he's number 2, but he's close.
Right. But yeah. So why are we doing that? So I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts has so much. I don't think he's changed, right? I don't think people figured out as much how to play him. Maybe, possibly. I'll give him a little bit of credit for defensive coordinators. But I will say this. His mechanics as a quarterback have always been a problem for me, right? You sit in your pocket awareness is trash. You sit in the pocket, it's collapsing, and you stand there. What are you doing? Then you have the longest wind up. It's not up here. It's not to the side. It's a long Major League Baseball pitch when you're about to throw. You drop the ball. All right, well, now it's easy for people to knock it out. Then when you're scrambling, you hold the ball out. You're not Dion. What are you doing? But this is why I had my reservations about Jalen Hurts. It's not about him being a leader. It's not about his athleticism. I think basically, to me, he's a Tebow 2.0. I know it hurts to hear.
A little better arm, though, than Tebow.
That's what I'm saying, 2.0. Yeah. 2.0. He's a better passer than Tebow, but that's not a lot. Yeah. Right? He's a better passer. Like, he has better touch, but it's not by a mile to me. Not by a mile. And it's because, and these are the reasons why I keep saying it every week. Now sit up for me. Now you thought I was being a hater. You still think I'm being a hater? Do you still think I was being a hater even then?
I see the problems, but I still recognize how good in my opinion, he was, and the potential that's there for him to grow.
I don't knock that. I don't knock the potential, but I don't speak on potential because that has potential to be something, and so does Tua, and so does a lot of other people. But it's hard for me to project that. I'm gonna talk about potential during draft night, not necessarily during the season. So that's my issue. Goddard is a monster. I'm glad you went to him. I don't know why you don't go to him more. That is your guy, especially right now with AJ gone. Your guy is Goddard. Goddard needs to have at least 12 targets a game, at least. I'm glad you hit him with 8. He has Jalen Hurts has 152 yards. Goddard had 62. You take Goddard out the game, he has under 100. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I know you don't have other receivers, but I'm like, bro, you got here's my thing. Johnny Wilson, utilize him. He's 6'6", right? You got Dotson. I don't understand what's going on with that, right? I have no idea. why you're not going to him more, why he's not. I don't know if he's just dropping balls or he's not getting open or what, but it got to be fixed, bro.
Yeah, I think my biggest beef with this week is that there's a stat that I saw that Saquon's averaging like 7.9 yards a carry, which is like absurd. So I don't know why we didn't feed him more.
We'll see if it changes.
Yeah, we'll see. But like I said, we got a bye week, so hopefully he came at the right time.
Yeah.
We're still 2-2.
Yeah.
You know, we're not in like a tough division. We're not. The whole conference isn't playing great. The whole NFL is not playing great. So maybe it's just something that's bad in the air right now with the league. But we'll see.
Next game, we got Cincinnati versus Carolina. Cincinnati 34, Carolina's 24.
Cincinnati needed it, and they got it. That's all I can say.
Me too. Welcome back, Andy Dalton. Jacksonville versus Houston. Jacksonville losing to Houston's 24 to their 20.
This is like another thing.
Yeah.
The Jaguars have been horrible.
Yeah.
And I thought Houston would have used this game at home to just blow the freaking brakes off of them. And they had to pull it out last minute. They were down 20-17, actually, in fact, until that last drive.
But what is it, though, bro? I don't because Stroud still had a good game.
He had 345 yards, and that was like, I think more than half of those yards were like at the end.
Okay.
Which, I mean, whatever, that's great, right? But it just doesn't seem like they're off to slow starts too. It just doesn't seem like they're able to like mesh well. A lot of teams with like a lot of talent that just are not playing great right now. I mean, they have Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, like Dalton Schultz. I mean, not to mention like Stephon Diggs.
So here's what I don't understand. Trevor Lawrence had 169 yards. You got Brian Thomas Jr., who's nice. 6'3", runs a 4.3. What are we doing? Kirk, who's solid, fast. Etienne and Davis. Why? I know it's trash. I get it. I'm trying to tell him, you're trash. That's what she said. I don't understand why he's not getting. Look at him on the advertisements. You got Trevor Lawrence on advertisements popping up and all this other stuff. You need to figure out what's wrong with your playbook or something needs to happen because you're the number one overall. And to be honest, the number. Have you seen like the list of those first 4 picks of that draft? They've all been doing trash. Yeah. Him, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah.
I forgot who the 4th one was. But all of them have been doing very, what we like to call piss poor.
And like I said, I don't know if it's because it's like a homer thought or feeling, but I really think that Coach Peterson's a good coach. I'm not sure why the development of Trevor Lawrence isn't there or they're not meshing well together, but they have the talent. We thought they had the quarterback, but I don't know. Trevor Lawrence is just not performing.
Like a long Pantene Pro V poo-poo platter. We have Washington at Arizona. Washington stomps them 42-14.
Jaden Daniels said, "Yeah, guys, Colonel, so it wasn't a fluke."
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck, bro. Now, this is what I'm gonna keep my excitement to a low. One, because I hate Washington, right?
Yeah.
And two, because when you play somebody, and this is why I think it's going on with Hurts, right? When you play a player for the first time and don't have any kind of like, no film on them, like no kind of experience playing against them, it's easy for players to like look good at first until they're there for a year or two, and then you have film on them.
Sophomore slump.
Right. So it's like, is Jaden Daniels this good? In my opinion, I'm gonna say yes. But is it gonna last year 2 or year 3? We'll see. But so far, I can't hate on him. This is the same Arizona team that gave the Lions a tough time the week before.
Yeah.
And I mean, Washington, are they gonna win the NFC East now? Sheesh.
They could. Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, my fault.
Go, yeah.
I'm going to double down and say I don't think he's as good as he's showing. I think he's having a phenomenal string.
Like, so you still think it's fluky?
I don't know if it's fluky. I think that he's in a great position. Like, have you seen his protection? He's stupid.
Yeah.
His line is crazy. Like, he has a lot of time to throw the ball, which I'm not knocking him because he's still making passes, like, on the money, which I completely respect. But I think that he's playing way better than he did at LSU. Let me put that out there. I think that he is good. I think that I'm more, I guess, bitter about Washington Commanders being basically the Washington Cowboys. They have our head coach. They have our center. They got Fowler. They got a couple of players from Dallas that they took for him. And it's funny that they're doing so well when we could have hired him as our head coach. I personally still believe that when we played Green Bay, he checked out because he knew he wasn't getting the head coaching job when he should have.
Yeah.
Right? And he's just like, yo, y'all do it yourselves. I'm out. I'm out after this. And then we got torched. Like, we didn't get torched like that all season. And then we get just torched by Jordan Love, which helped him get his contract, which I don't think he deserved, by the way. But I think that Dan Quinn is a player's coach. He makes people believe. He makes them scream like she just did. Right? He's ready for whatever team comes. He prepares well. And if you look, I think Eckler did an interview where he's like, yo, he makes us want to run through a wall. Like, he makes us believe that we can really win.
That's good. That's a great feeling
It's
to
a
have.
great feeling to have. Instead of, Mr. McCarthy looking at a Waffle House menu on the sideline instead of playbooks. And now these dudes literally look like the best team in the NFC East. The best. And I wouldn't be surprised if they won it. I wouldn't, because they could be possibly the best all around. I don't think so. I personally still think the Eagles have the best chance, but they are playing the best right now at the beginning of the season. So, I don't know what to say about that. Next game, New England versus San Francisco. San Francisco won 30 to New England's 13.
San Francisco won next.
Yeah, stop playing Brissett. Good job.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. Cleveland versus Vegas, another toilet bowl. Vegas won 20 to Cleveland's 16.
Yeah, Cleveland's just ass. They're not as good as we thought they were going to be. They're not competitive.
No.
This is coming off a Vegas team that just lost to Carolina at home. And yeah, Devontae Adams should be a Jet or a Saint by the end of the week.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I feel like he's being a diva though.
He is a diva, bro. I'm telling you, when I watched that show,
Me
I was
too.
Like, snap.
I never was a huge fan of his, but like watching that, I was like,
I lost respect for him.
Bro, what are you? I understand competitiveness and wanting to win, but bro, you went out like a diva, bro. I don't know. Stop crying.
My thing was that, like, in the midst,
they're gonna get me killed.
In the midst of like him winning a game, the fact that he still cares about having personal stats, like, I don't like that at all.
That's AJ Brown to me.
You
don't think so?
I mean, we'll see, but I don't know.
I just think he's more talented, Brown.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It is what it is. You are who you are. I'm not a fan. Yeah. Kansas City versus Los Angeles. Kansas City wins 17 to the Los Angeles Chargers 10.
I'm concerned about this because it feels like Kansas City's gonna either get back Tyreek Hill. There's a lot of words going around, a lot of rumors going around that. I mean, obviously Hill with the Dolphins right now.
You think he would go? You think they would give him up? He has a big contract.
Yeah, but the Chiefs aren't paying nobody right now except for Pat Mahomes. They're not paying nobody.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So they have space.
That's true. That's a good point.
They lost Rashee Rice for the year towards ACL.
The monstrous tackle by Pat Mahomes.
They lost Hollywood Brown for the year.
That was overrated. I don't think that was gonna.
So I mean, it would have been decent.
No, it would have been better than what they got. Right. I'm just.
I think they're in a dire need. I think they still want to three-peat. That's something that they still want to make history.
Yeah.
So either the Chiefs trade for Tyreek or trade for Devontae, but I don't think the Raiders would trade within the division like that. The Chiefs aren't playing good though, man. Travis Kelce's not playing good. Mahomes isn't playing great.
Nah.
But they still got the job done. Chargers started out 2-0, 2-2 really quick. But yeah, it was a boring game, 17-10.
It was a boring game. I feel like the Chargers still need some help in the skill position department. I feel like Kansas City still their best player right now still the refs. I think that they continue to help out Pat for whatever reason, and I like Pat. I just be like, come on, bro, don't do this.
I'm telling you, man, modern day Patriots. So
bro, I'm like, stop it. I get it, they're good. So, but what's crazy and so dangerous is if they do, let's say you get Adams. Can you imagine Adams, Worthy, Kelsey, Pacheco? Bro, that's gonna be a stupid lineup with Pat throwing to anybody he wants. That'd be dangerous, but it is what it is. I hope it doesn't happen. The Sunday night game, Buffalo at Baltimore, with Baltimore beating the brakes off them fools, 35-10.
So Baltimore can jump out to a big lead and actually hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about Derrick Henry, I would say. Whoever didn't give him that 1 yard, go screw yourself. He had 199 rushing
No,
yards.
you watched the game. He tried.
Yeah,
he
no,
tried.
no.
That was it. If he didn't fumble the ball in the end zone, he would have got it.
You know who else is very underrated on that team?
Hill.
His backup, Justice Hill.
Hill.
Holy crap.
I knew you were going there. Yeah.
His backup is super impressive. Go ahead.
He's better than anybody we got starting. He's better than anybody we got starting.
Yeah, Lamar only threw the ball total of 18 times.
He's efficient though. Don't be hating.
I'm not gonna say too much about the Bills. I don't think I feel like playing in Baltimore is always a tough place to play.
Agreed.
And the Ravens,
Agreed.
I feel like they were hungrier. The Bills are already 3-0. Ravens just came off a start where they were 0-2. They beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And then this is a game that they knew that they had to have at home. So I mean, it was a blowout. I'll give props is due.
Yeah.
Baltimore looks like the top 5 team again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this again because I always say it every week, and it feels like it's something that needs to be said. We could have had Derrick Henry.
He's gonna say it.
We could have had Derrick Henry. $10 million a year is too much to get Derrick Henry, and he had 199 yards. He had his long for 87 yards. I'll put it like this: his 87 yards was more than Zeke has had his whole season in one play.
Divided by 4.
Before this week, Zeke had 81 yards. Good job, Jerry. Nobody can do what I do. Yeah, I'm sure they can. I'm sure a lot of people can. But you won't allow them to. Derrick Henry has so much. He still has some in the tank, right?
Clearly.
Like he's a huge. What blows me away is that he's that big and no one catches him from behind. I'm like, catch him. He don't even look like he's going fast. He looks like he's doing this, but no, he's pulling away from dudes. I'm like, yo, I don't know what this dude is on. I don't know what he's eating, but yo, I'm feeling more comfortable about my Ravens Super Bowl pick. I'm feeling more comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but see, I think that they're making adjustments because Buffalo was rolling before that.
Mm-hmm.
They were 3-0. They were rolling, and then they got stomped. Jackson really didn't even have to air the ball out. They still need a receiver to me. Likely didn't even really go off. He only had 1 reception. Zay Flowers had 1 reception. Like, I feel like they can do so much more, but they were up. So I'm like, why even go that far? So I don't know. I feel they are still the top team in the AFC.
What did Jerry Jones say on Jimmy Fox Live about that one player?
Man, I'm not even going to get into that. That's what we got to deal with, bro. That's what we have to deal with in Dallas. Why you be worried about that? What about the 40 time? Who's up here talking about this? Come on, man. What we doing? Get your freak ass in your box, bro. Get your freak ass in your box and close the door. Damn. Monday night game. We have Tennessee versus Miami. Tennessee wins 31, Miami 12. Good job. Seattle at Detroit turned out to be a solid game. Detroit won 42 to Seattle's 29.
Bro, Detroit got some of the cleanest freaking jerseys in the world right now.
They do.
That black with the blue was so sexy.
And the plays are pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like Campbell, bro. I cannot say it enough.
It's looking like, one could argue, it's looking like, at least through 4 weeks, especially how the Lions look this week, it could be Detroit-Baltimore Super Bowl. That'd be decent. You don't think so?
It could.
Because I feel like...
I forgot who I said was.
I feel like Minnesota...
Was that my call? I think it may have been Detroit-Baltimore.
Yeah. Actually, it might have been. I feel like Minnesota... I don't know, man. I'm not taking no credit away. But it just... Teams that aren't supposed to be doing good are doing good. And these quote-unquote world beaters that we thought were going to be that are not doing good. So, I mean, but we're already at week 4. I feel like by now teams would have like at least shown what they were going to be.
By the way, Minnesota has Stephon Gilmore. We had him last year. We didn't want to re-sign him because we thought he was going to be trash. But
yeah, Jerry was worried about 8.5 inches.
Hey, man, come on, man. Yeah, he's a horrible representation of our organization.
You know who I want to shout out, and I think I think I know you're gonna
say
his turnaround and his poise and his perseverance to being a career-long backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Bro, Geno, man.
Respect. I knew you were going there.
When I watched the game, I was like, holy shit, should the Eagles trade Hurts for Geno Smith?
Damn.
Literally, like that.
Damn.
That's the thought I
That's
had in
funny.
my head. I'm like, damn, like his throws are absolutely
dog,
impeccable
though.
right now. He's not making mistakes with the football.
He's a dog.
I mean, wow, what a game. I mean, I know they lost by 13, but to me that was like a lot closer game than that.
Yeah, it's more on the defense than it is for him.
I mean,
that ain't...
but Geno.
And then they didn't have running game that
Yeah.
game. Their run game wasn't doing
And
well.
Geno's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
So I think Seattle's still gonna be good.
Yeah, I think so too.
They've done enough for me through 4 weeks. In Detroit, yeah, they look good.
All right, well, we're going to go into our quick picks. We're going to do it real quick. Make sure we have all of them and get your notepads down if you want to go ahead and choose and bet on these teams. The Thursday night game is going to be Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
I hope he ties since he both beat the Eagles.
Damn, they did. I didn't think
okay,
about that.
relax.
I didn't
We're gonna
Right.
go. Let's go with Atlanta at home.
You know what? You know what? And it's a weird day. I'm gonna stick with the Baker train. Tampa Baker is gonna come to town. I think they're gonna win that. All right, Sunday game. They got New York at Minnesota.
Minnesota 5-0.
Oh, easy. Carolina at Chicago. Ooh, toilet bowl.
Carolina.
No.
Yes, bro. I'm
Stop.
telling you.
Really?
I'm telling you, yes.
I'm gonna go with Chicago, bro. I think Chicago's gonna. I think Caleb is still.
I'm not picking.
Adjusting.
I'm not picking Chicago all year from now on.
I think bro. I feel you, but I think he's going to have a breakout game against this. I mean, if Derek Carr could, you know. Anyway, Baltimore at Cincinnati. Ooh, I think it's gonna be a better game than.
This is a big game for Cincinnati.
That is
huge.
I think it's gonna be
but it's gonna be Baltimore.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think I gotta. You know, I'm gonna do upset. Never mind. I'm gonna go Baltimore.
I want
just feel
Cincy to win.
I do
but
too. I think that's why.
Baltimore's
I don't want to
gonna
make a decision with my emotions.
But Cincy needs it more.
They do.
But I mean,
What do they? Because Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore only has what, 2 wins?
yeah. So they would be 2-3, but then the Bengals would be 2-3 if they won. And now they'd be 1-4. So I mean, in that division, I mean they're chasing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh to me is gonna fall off a cliff soon.
Oh.
So I don't think they're not gonna keep that up.
You know
And they still got to play both of these teams twice. So I don't think so.
Pittsburgh. Right. Well, we're going to that. We're going to that.
defensively, yeah,
We're
but
going to
not
that. We're going
offensively,
because they're at the
yeah.
end of the game. We're going to go into that. All right. Next game: Miami versus New England. Ooh.
New England.
Yeah, New England.
Yeah.
Ugh. Cleveland at Washington.
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 God damn it.
Ugh. All right. Indy at Jacksonville.
I told you this last year. The Colts don't win in Jacksonville, so I'm going Jacksonville.
I see it. I hate stuff like
Yeah,
that. So I'm
they
gonna
don't.
go Colts. But
Nah,
you were
come on,
right.
bro.
You were right last
I
year.
would bet my house on that.
I was like, what? I'm gonna go Indy. I'm still gonna go
and
Indy.
the Jaguars are 0-4. Like they have to win at some point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Jaguars.
All right. The next game is Buffalo at Houston.
Ooh, Houston might be in trouble.
I
man.
think so too. I'm gonna go Buffalo, bro. I'm just gonna go Buffalo. I'm just gonna go.
This is a good matchup.
It is a
I
good
didn't even realize
matchup.
I was on the schedule.
I didn't either. I'm gonna go Buffalo, bro. I think Houston is a good team, but maybe they need a wake-up call.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo.
You can't struggle with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then,
gonna go Buffalo.
all right, Vegas at Denver.
Yo, we're saying that about a lot of teams. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
I know. This week is gonna be
Damn,
pretty.
bro.
I know I'm not gonna have many TVs on for this one this week.
I'm gonna go with Denver just because there's a lot of like bad tension going on with Vegas right now. Oh, and then Devontae Adams is out this week with a hamstring injury.
God,
I'm sure he'll be 100% healthy next week. Wherever he gets traded to.
I had so many jokes that would have probably got me canceled, but I'm just gonna reserve them. Just know that he probably needs to check his drawers. That's all I'm gonna say. Arizona at San Francisco. Oh, I didn't choose. I'm gonna choose Denver. Arizona at San Francisco.
Come on, Arizona. I believe in you guys, man.
You know what?
But San Francisco, everybody's healthy again, so I think they'll be all right. San Francisco.
At San Francisco, yeah, I'm gonna give San Francisco. Green Bay at Los Angeles.
I'm gonna go Green Bay just because of the simple fact that the Rams don't have their top weapons. It could be a more intriguing game though, so we'll see what happens. And then our boy Justin that we did a live with, he'll be at that game. So
Oh yeah.
good luck, Justin.
Yeah. Holla at us, player.
He said he wants to be on it next week.
All right, well, holla at us. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna figure something out. I think I'm gonna go Green Bay just because I feel like Green Bay dropped the ball last week. I don't think that Minnesota is better on paper, personally. So I feel like they just got beat, and I think they're gonna wake up this week. New York Giants at Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah. Ooh, Sunday night game. Dallas at Pittsburgh.
Oh man. If the Cowboys offense struggled against the Giants defense, but that's the thing about the NFL. It's a week-to-week thing. I feel like you look for teams to do good against certain teams and then to do bad against, and it's always like the complete opposite. I'm gonna go Dallas. Stop. I'm gonna go Dallas.
What? Stop. Is that reverse psychology you're trying?
No, I'm gonna go Dallas because I just feel like.
All right, I need an explanation. Why?
I just don't. As much as I would love for them to be complete dog shit, right? Because I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay.
I really don't think Dallas is that bad on paper. I really don't.
Who's our number 2 receiver?
Brandon Cooked.
He's hurt.
I know.
So who?
Ferguson, man. Ferguson.
Okay,
and
I
CD.
give you Fergie. Fergie is a beast. All right,
But-
who's our running back?
Eric Dickerson. Because of the age. Everybody, they're all old.
That's hilarious. So here's my thing. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I'm
right?
gonna go Dallas.
I'm Dallas.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Die hard, right? We need to be spanked. I don't give a damn. Mike needs to go. Bill needs to come into Dallas. And I tell you what, that's the only thing that could clear the slate for Jerry for me. Jerry has been torturing the Cowboys fan base since he fired Jimmy Johnson. The only thing that can clean the slate is if you hire Bill Belichick and allow him to do his thing, because he is a guru, one of the greatest coaches the NFL has ever seen. That's the only thing that can wipe the slate clean. As bad as you tortured us for decades, literally decades, that can change. That can wipe the slate clean. But I'm gonna go Pittsburgh simply because we struggled against the Giants defense. This Pittsburgh defense is no joke at all. With Porter Jr., the cornerback.
They let the Colts score 27 though.
I understand that. I didn't watch the game, so it's hard for me to call. But I don't feel like our line can hold up and beat up on
TJ?
I don't think TJ's not gonna get to that.
Hopefully.
He's gonna see so many 90s, bro. Every down, he's gonna see some 90 in his face.
I hope so.
Then Mika Fitzpatrick. Then you got Patrick McQueen.
Oh, damn.
Patrick Queen.
I forgot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my pick. I forgot the Cowboys don't even have freaking Micah this week.
Is it legit?
Yeah, he's not playing.
But see, here's the thing. I don't trust Pittsburgh's offense. I will say that.
That's why I'm picking the Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboys defense is good enough for Pittsburgh's offense.
But we heard.
But you guys are hurt.
DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah, I don't know if Bland's back yet. Our other cornerback, he's hurt. The one that we got in the draft, he was our other starting cornerback. He's hurt. I really don't see it happening. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know. I'm just gonna. The Monday night game is New Orleans at Kansas City.
New Orleans until they get called for illegal man downfield or some bullshit.
Right, exactly.
Kansas City at home.
Kansas City. I don't see it. I don't even know why they do that. I don't even know why they put that on. Like before this season, they knew New Orleans wasn't nothing. You gonna make them a Monday night game? Why y'all do that?
Oh, win the Saints.
y'all are gonna get.
Who's on bye this week? Who's on bye?
The bye is Detroit, Tennessee, Philly, Chargers.
We just need a bye.
All of those guys are, except for Tennessee. I'm not really a fan of watching them. But yeah, man, I don't know. Another week in the books. I'm not really looking forward to this week. Sunday night is not. I hate playing prime time right now because I don't have a lot of faith in it. I bet CD's gonna have a solid game. My prediction: CD's gonna have a good game. That's gonna give a fumble and an interception, 2 turnovers.
He hasn't turned the ball over all year, no?
No,
Has he?
he has. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he has.
Has he? Oh yeah. Against the Saints.
Yeah. Against the Saints. Who we play first game?
The Browns, y'all know that was
Nothing. I mean, but he really hasn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so he didn't have to do much. When he did have to against the Saints, he messed up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think, didn't he fumble against the Ravens? I don't know. I'll say this. I just don't think that they're going to do anything. That's my prediction for them. For the Eagles, you guys are bye this week, so you don't have to.
They'll probably lose 31-0 to the Lions.
But yeah, man, a really uneventful week for me. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I think that, you know, NFC East just looks so bad right now.
Como se dice, culo.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. We'll be all right, man.
This was the saddest ending of a show that we've had all season. But I will say, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, leave some comments if you want to debate or talk about a little something. You know, if we got a little time, we'll give you a little something, see what we got. If you want to get on the show, holler at us. We'll figure something out. But if you got anything to add?
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Whoever called us Timu, Unc, and Osho, thanks for watching.
Yeah, bro. First of all, you ain't shit. But appreciate it.
Ah, shit.
All right, man. That's it for Crow and Oso Show, man. We out.